everybody, welcome to the Smart Moms Plan Travel YouTube channel. I am Stacey Payos. Even though it says I'm Brittany Webster on your screen, I am not. We are just using her account, but she is part of the YouTube channel. And we have Amy here and Jessica, and we are going to be talking about the Winnie the Pooh ride over at Magic Kingdom. And this is a ride that everybody can do. So we have all experienced it. We've gone on it with our kids. I've gone on it with my teenagers. They still love it. And so we're going to kind of do a deep dive into everything that you can expect from this ride, from the ride queue to the ride to the little meet and greet outside, the theming of it. Super cute. So to get started, do either of you have any personal experiences with Winnie the Pooh, a love for Winnie the Pooh, anything from childhood?
I love Winnie the Pooh. I actually used to sing the song to my brother every morning to wake him up. The whole gotta get up, gotta get going.
Aww.
And I would just wake him up like that. I mean, he wasn't liking it when he was in high school, but I don't know. I just love Winnie the Pooh. I think it's a cute story in general, and it's one of my favorites. And the characters are great to meet at Disney. They're super lovable.
Yeah, no, I used to watch Winnie the Pooh when it was on the Disney Channel, back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I loved it from there. And now my daughter, she's a teenager, but loves Eeyore. And so this was a fun ride to go on with her. And she's 14, so yeah.
We joke every once in a while when I get in a funk that I act like Eeyore, so
Yeah.
that might be my personal connection to it. So first impressions when you walk up to the ride, the whole outside, the theming, what do you guys think about the look of the ride as you're approaching it?
I actually, from the outskirts of the ride, I thought it was just like a line just to stand in. But once you get in there, there's more things to do and more things to see. But right out front, there's a little tree house for your kids to go climb in and take a look around. But yeah, it's I always hesitated to go on it because I thought it was a younger ride than what it actually is. So we did go on it this last time, and I was pleasantly surprised.
If you walk past it, you could actually miss it, I feel like. It's there, but it could look like where you're not sure that it's actually a ride, because the way they theme it on the outside, it does look like it's more of oh, it's a cutesy scene versus it being, hey, this is actually starting the ride queue. And it is really cool, and it's one of my favorite ride queues because it keeps you entertained throughout. I see adults and children doing the same things, so it was definitely a fun ride.
Yeah, I like to just try all the rides regardless, so we've always gone on it. It's always just been a part of our day at Magic Kingdom. As we get into talking about the ride, I'll tell you why I enjoy it. But I love the theming. It just looks like the 100-acre wood, and it always attracted my kids when they were little because of the play experiences and things out in front. So, and with the meet and greet right there, obviously, they love that. So yeah, I think it's themed really well, but I do find it interesting that you might just walk by it, and yeah, I guess that never really occurred to me, but yeah, it doesn't really scream, hey, there's a ride in here, as you're walking by. So, yeah. So once you walk in, what do you think about the experiences in the queue? So Disney has been trying to keep us entertained when we're in line, and I think that this one does that really. I mean, even for me, with the walls, when you can put your hands on it and the honey and move things, I like to be entertained at all times as well. Nobody really likes waiting in line, so I think for both me and the kids, I love it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like this is a great ride for little kids to keep them busy the entire time. There's little play areas where they can go and, turn the flowers and stuff, but it's Yeah, it's definitely great for little kids. Yeah, you don't have to worry about them getting bored.
No, I felt like also like even my older one like was also very entertained with the whole moving the things while you're in line, going from one side to the other. The drum watermelons and playing in Rabbit's garden it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that Disney is doing this for both the parents and the kids because it certainly can be a chore keeping them entertained while you're waiting in line. So I know I appreciate it. So talk about the ride system, getting on the ride, the little carts. What do you guys think about how that is set up? And then did you find it easy to sit with your family or did you have to split up? How did that work?
Yeah, no, it reminded me a lot like Peter Pan, just because it's little honey pots that you sit in. And so it's just me and my daughter, but we had no problem sitting together. But yeah, it's just like 2 or 3 in front and same thing in back. But I thought it was pretty easy to get on and off and it just keeps on moving just like the other rides. But yeah, I thought it was easy. No problems there at all.
You gotta love the continuous loading ride.
Yeah.
It really keeps things moving. That's another thing with the line. It even if it's a long line, if you're continually moving and being entertained, it doesn't seem like it's a line or feel like it's taking as long as it actually is.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are my favorite rides because they just keep going.
Yeah. How about you, Jessica? How did that work out for your family?
It worked out well for my family. My mom does have eye disabilities where she has trouble actually getting on and off with rides when they continuous motion, but they were actually able to stop it just for her to get on or off that ride. So that worked out. She also had to do that with Peter Pan too, but it's just like the dark, like she has eyesight problems where the perception. So for her, she had it where that accommodation really like worked out for her, where she was able to go on the rides with us. But I really thought it was easy to get on and off. I felt like it goes slow enough where it's not troublesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the accessibility with Disney. They really think things through for everybody, so really most rides, everybody can enjoy and enjoy safely, which is nice. Because sometimes I feel like the little ones, have issues with the dark. So maybe just making them aware that that is going to happen so it doesn't sneak up on them. I always worry when families go because I've heard stories where, the kids are worried and we take them on the ride and their worry kind of comes true. And then they're like, I don't trust you and I'm not riding anything else, So, I think having your kids, I know a lot of people want to surprise their kids and that's cool. But if possible, go on YouTube, go on our channel, watch some ride throughs, get the kids familiar, and they'll be able to tell you if something feels scary, and then you'll be able to judge like what is actually going to scare your kids. Are they going to be scared of the character meet and greets or the dark rides or noises or, whatever it is in the ride? Sometimes you just don't know until you get there. So the more you can do, the better. But I don't anticipate this ride being an issue for anybody, really. Do you?
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a fun, cute ride. This is a great ride for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you love Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, and it does follow an adventure with Winnie the Pooh, hence the name. So you go through all little different kinds of scenes. Is there a favorite scene or something that stands out to you that you like or your kids like?
I just like the little part where he's falling asleep because I remember it in cartoons where he's like tumbling around in a circle. I remember seeing that and I just thought that was so cute. And then Tigger is on top of his little belly, but yeah, those are my favorite parts.
What about you, Jessica?
I like the part where I believe it's Rabbit and like Rue and Kanga, and they're in the umbrellas with like the thunder in the dark area. I always like that part because it's like they really pop. They're so vibrant and colorful there.
I like that it's not just stationary too. It's not just like rolling along. Like the cart actually moves and does some fun things that interact with like what's going on around you. So I think that's cute. My favorite part is the heffalumps. I think that is so trippy and weird.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what it's meant to be. Like that's, you know, from the books and the stories and all of that. And I think they do a really good job of making that come to life and feel like you're kind of in a fever dream. So I just like anything weird and fun. So that just speaks to me.
I forgot about that part. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You get in there and you're like, what is going on?
What is this? Yeah. And you know, the cart does do different things. There's lots of swing around turns or like going over hills or like bouncing up and down when it gets to Tigger. So could make you nauseous a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. I think you're okay with the motion. It's more fun, I guess. Yeah. So as far as like the ride itself or the animatronics and the effects, do you feel like they hold up to today's standards with all these new things coming out and the rides and all these different parks? How do you think this one holds up?
Go for it, Jessica.
Well, it was like built in like 1999. So I remember when I was a kid and I went and it was like, it just came out. So I don't know. I feel like it holds up because it still looks just as cool. And I feel like it has elements and it's very, I don't know, colorful, bright. It's different. It's like a traditional ride, but it's very different in a lot of ways. And I like it.
Well, it used to be Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, right? And they changed that. I think that's pretty cool. There's supposed to be like a hidden, kind of like a hidden Mickey somewhere in line where Mr. Toad is like handing over the deeds to Winnie the Pooh. I thought I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah. Have you guys been on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride over at Disneyland?
No.
Nope.
Okay, well, talk about trippy. Seriously. That ride is, and I think that might be on our list of ride-throughs that's going to be coming to the channel. But yeah, that is a wild ride.
Literally.
So,
yeah, but I thought this was a great ride with the animatronics and the sounds and everything. They really bring the story to life. Like Jessica said, it is a classic, but I think it holds up pretty well.
I think it does too. I love that they're keeping some of these original rides. I love that they are continuing to make it all inclusive and family friendly. I would have said like 100%, but now that I've seen, and I don't know what park it is internationally. I don't know if you guys have seen videos of it, but there is another Winnie the Pooh ride at one of the other parks. And it looks so cool. Like, it's definitely on my bucket list to get there. But I was like, oh man, I would love to see ours updated. Have you guys seen that?
No. I mean, that's how I feel about some of the Peter Pan rides. I'm like, please bring it to Orlando, please. Redo the one here. But yeah, no, I haven't seen it. But yeah, the Rapunzel one overseas looks really cool. Yeah, I'll have to go online and look at the Winnie the Pooh one.
So how do you think it stacks up against the other dark rides that are similar, like Peter Pan or It's a Small World? Do you tend to go to this one more, or do you think those ones are better? Like, how do you think it compares?
I might be biased, but I would choose the Winnie the Pooh ride over It's a Small World any day. I can't handle the music of it just going on and on repeat, same song pretty much, same words, but I like visually, but just the sounds. But I think that the Winnie the Pooh holds up compared to the other ones. I mean, They did just redo a lot of the theming on the Peter Pan, but it's so slow. It goes almost too slow, and I just feel like it could be picked up a notch. It was supposed to be more exciting when they originally launched it, but they had to cut things out. So I feel like it's more updated.
I think Winnie the Pooh definitely falls in line with It's a Small World and Peter Pan. I will just always choose It's a Small World and Peter Pan over Winnie the Pooh. Just because I love those two rides. Those are two of my most favorite rides. But Winnie the Pooh, it goes right in that category. Definitely.
I do like the flying aspect of Peter Pan.
Yeah.
It's a shorter ride. It's more like, I feel like Winnie the Pooh kind of takes you more on an adventure, like through different scenes. So it's a little bit more interesting than Peter Pan in that respect. Whereas Peter Pan, it just feels, I mean, there are different scenes, but I don't know, it feels a little more repetitive. And then, It's a Small World. So, when my daughter was just almost 3 and we took her, and when you think about Disney and it has all their favorite characters and, all these great rides that bring all their characters and favorite movies and things to life, and you have an idea in your head about what your kids are going to love and what they're going to take away from Disney and want to, go back and do. And nope, It's a Small World. That was her favorite thing. She just loved it. And I just think it was the dolls and the movements and all of the different things that were going on and the colors and
it smells like the 80s. It's so classic. I love it.
Yeah, I just think for her age group, she gravitated more to that than she did like her favorite characters and things that she was seeing in the rides. My son is 18 now, and he's always hated it for the most part. And so every time we go on It's a Small World, I'm always filming him and I'm dancing, and he's like, no. But he does, he would do Winnie the Pooh. That's enjoyable to him. So as far as getting on the rides and having minimal wait time, where are you putting this in your day? Does this typically have a longer line, shorter line? Is it worth using multipass if, families invest in that? How do you work this into your day?
I think if you have small children, it's a must do. I would probably wait. I'm trying to think if you would do it early morning or midday, but honestly, I'm not sure because my daughter's 14. We did it at the end of the day, which was great while everyone was watching the parades because there was no line at all. And that's when we did it. But I think if you have younger children, this is definitely a must do, and probably do it on your way out of the park while you're going to take your nap midday. I don't know.
I went during the evening. Most times I've gone. I just feel like it's just where I end up being more towards Fantasyland, closer to the night. So it's always more of the evening hours for me.
Would you use multipass for it if you had it?
No, because I feel like it goes fast.
Yeah.
And even if it's like, I don't know, last time I was there, it said it was going to be like a 35-minute wait, which, I mean, that doesn't seem that long, but with little kids, it feels like it's forever. But it had him so entertained, it felt like it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think with multipass, sometimes you miss the ride queues, and that kind of stinks, because sometimes that's where the fun is. Sometimes my kids remember those little fun areas and things in the parks more than they do the rides, just being able to get out of their strollers and run around and play and do all of that. So that would be a downside to using the multipass. I think that usually it's available in the app, so it would be easy to grab. This is one you could grab last minute. So if it was 30 or 40 minutes, you could easily get a multipass for it. I wouldn't make it one of the ones I would initially book, but if I'm going through my day and looking to book another one, usually it's available. But yeah, I think it just depends on where you end up at when you end up in Fantasyland. If you have little kids and that's going to be your priority, you can go there in the morning and bust out so many rides, because that is not where most people go. So I guess definitely consult with your travel agent. We're travel agents. I know I like to get on the phone with my clients and talk to them right before their trip, find out what their kids are gonna like, and help them come up with a plan to tour the parks. And so if this is a priority for your family and you don't want to wait in line, then it might be something you want to put in the morning, especially if you're not going to be in the park late at night because your kids have an early time. So, final thoughts. I mean, I say don't miss it, right?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. It's a good ride for all ages.
It's very Disney.
It is, yeah. And I almost want to say it's like that old Disney feeling because it's Winnie the Pooh, but yeah, I like it. Don't miss it.
Yeah, it feels very Walt-like, I guess. I mean, the new advanced rides have their place, but the old nostalgia does too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely classic. Yeah.
Right. And also, we didn't really talk about the meet and greet.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great place to meet Pooh. And isn't there usually another character with him?
Eeyore's usually out there. That's who we saw this last time that we went.
Okay. Have you done the meet and greet, Jessica?
I have.
Who did you meet out there?
I've met Eeyore and Pooh.
Okay.
Last time I was there, both of them were out. I don't remember where, but I've seen... No, you know what? It was Hollywood Studios. I also seen Tigger at Hollywood.
Oh, really? I've never seen him there. That's cool.
He was right at the front when you go in to before you even put your tickets in. He and a bunch of different characters were just outside there.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is cool. You don't see that too much at Disney World. Disneyland, yes. Disney World, no.
Yeah.
And then just to know, if you want to have character dining, you can do that in Magic Kingdom. Is it Royal Palace? I always get this one wrong.
Cinderella's Royal Table?
No, that's the princesses.
Crystal Palace?
Oh, Crystal Palace. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're still talking too.
I'm combining Cinderella's Royal Table and Crystal Palace and coming up with Royal Palace. That's not it. Crystal Palace, yes. So they'll have the classic Pooh characters over there. Love that because you get a great meal. It's a great time to take a rest with your family, get out of the heat, chill out. And you don't have to wait in lines out in the parks to go meet your favorite characters. They're all there. They come to your table. You get that interaction. You get the pictures. Love it. And then have you guys checked out the Winnie the Pooh meet and greet at Epcot?
No, I haven't. No.
I haven't, but I know it's there.
So this last trip that I went on, I did it. I was by myself and I went in there and it's Christopher Robin's room with Winnie the Pooh in there. It's over in England, right? Yes, England. And it's so cute. It was so cute. I loved it. So
now I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I've seen it. Or maybe I just know what you're talking about.
So plenty of Winnie the Pooh, all around Disney and the parks. So I love that there's multiple opportunities to meet your favorite bear.
That's right.
So any last thoughts?
Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
If you're going to go on Mine Train or something, before it or after it, just hop on.
Well, Fantasyland is a nice place where families can split up. Because if you have smaller kids and height restrictions or, different thrill levels, Fantasyland really has something for everybody. So if you need to split up and one parent go with another kid and somebody go with the other kid, you can take everybody on Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, and it's right there, right next to Storybook treats. So once you get off Winnie the Pooh, it dumps you off into the gift shop with a bunch of Winnie the Pooh stuff, which is always really cute. And then Storybook treats is right there. So go grab yourself a ice cream sundae.
Yeah, I forgot about the gift shop. Of course, there's always a gift shop.
Yeah,
But that one's cute theming.
it is, and it's got good stuff.
Yeah, it has some really unique Winnie the Pooh stuff. It's super cute. I've definitely been very tempted in there a few times to get things.
Yeah.
But, some of the gift shops are just kind of basic, like, not a ton of theming, just trying to sell you some merch. But that one, I always spend a little bit of time in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us to talk about one of our favorite rides at Disney World. We want to hear from you and your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? And drop those comments down below. We love to hear from our viewers. And please like, subscribe, and follow for more Disney content and theme park content. And if you are just starting to plan your trip, please fill out our link below. One of our planners would love to help you. It is free and we are here for you. So reach out. All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.